Welcome to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Longbreak. The Cleveland Department of Aging recently held their 15th annual Disability Awareness Day event at the Fairhill Partners facility. The theme of this year's event dealt with people with vision impairments. Mary McNamara, director of Cleveland's Department of Aging, welcomed everyone to the event and remarked on the significance of the day.
Around 285 million people around the world have a visual impairment, a figure which includes 39 million people who are blind. So White Cane Day has been around since the 30s, but we've still got so much more to learn about it. But we are pleased to pause on this day to learn, to celebrate, and to be inspired.
As in the past, the Disability Awareness Day is held at Fairhill Partners, a nonprofit organization that houses other organizations that provide numerous social services.
Well, we're really excited to once again be the host for the 15th Annual Disability Awareness Luncheon that's sponsored by the Cleveland Department of Aging and a whole host of other organizations that serve people with different kinds of abilities and different kinds of challenges. It really is the heart of our mission to empower people and also to respect and appreciate people for what they do for themselves and also the agencies that help them to do that.
The day included entertainment by blind jazz musician Eddie Backus Sr. and a performance by the White Cane Dancers. The keynote spoke to the crowd about eye health and understanding what vision loss is and how people cope. The speakers were brought in by the Cleveland Sight Center, an institute that has been around for 113 years.
It serves people who are blind and visually impaired and has been doing that for over 100 years. We serve infants to senior citizens. Whatever issues a person with vision impairment presents with, we're there to help them deal with it and help them live a full and independent life.
For more information on the Cleveland Sight Center, visit their website at clevelandsightcenter.org. You can also reach the Cleveland Department of Aging by calling 216-664-2833. The Ride to Achieve program, a partnership with the Cleveland Police Foundation, kicked off at Michael's Own Recreation Center. Angela Bennett of the foundation and Captain Thomas Manzak of Cleveland's 3rd District tell us more about the annual event.
It's a collaboration between the Cleveland Police Foundation, the Cleveland Division of Police, Cleveland Metropolitan Schools to really promote the importance of our kids riding and walking safely to and from school, as well as promoting building, trust between our police officers and our youth. This year we're holding it at the recreation centers, at Cleveland's recreation centers, to really kind of highlight the different programs that are available, not only around just the rec centers, but the jobs, the partnerships that Cleveland now has with various organizations, such as our sponsor, Buckeye Health, and we also have with us Care Alliance, to really highlight the importance of health. And so in addition to the safety of walking to and from schools, how do we help improve our kids' health and wellness as well?
And the program is basically a chance for kids to earn bicycles through academic achievement, attendance, and a couple other markers that the kids have to reach to be able to achieve a bicycle. And that's what this program is about, and we really like being part of it.
We asked if a lot of area students are currently biking to school and the tips they should take if they do.
Not as many as we would like. So we would definitely like to promote that and create awareness around the Safe Routes to School initiative that the City of Cleveland and Cleveland Metropolitan Schools has together, so that our kids can identify those safe routes and be able to walk and ride their bikes to school.
I think one of the most important things for the Ride to School program and Safe Routes to School is just early morning hours when it's still dark outside. Is if you can, let's try to get some form of light on your bicycle. Make sure that you have the front and rear reflectors on the tires, and understand that cars, if they don't have that, they're not going to see you. You can always, a lot of times people are driving to work in the morning, they're busy, they're not paying attention. We just can't assume that everybody's going to be paying attention.
For more information on the Ride to Achieve program, visit clevelandpolicefoundation.org. The Cleveland Municipal Court Mental Health Docket hosted their second annual art show at the Adams Board of Cuyahoga County. Judge Emanuela Groves, who oversees the mental health docket, talks about the growth of the program and how art therapy has impacted the participants.
Last year we were more just like paper and paint, but now you can see that we're using stones and silk, and it's just a very, very exciting time.
What's an example you can give of how the power of art therapy has helped some of the people that's involved?
But certainly we know with art that there's meaning, so each exercise that they do, there's a discussion in terms of what that art means. I was looking at some of the glass where one person said, "I can." And so it's probably too that they have to know that they can. Part of it is believing it, and then once you believe it, then you can then begin to really execute it. So we're very, very pleased with the outcome. The energy that is here today is just very, I keep saying the word exciting because I am excited.
I asked the program participant, Jonathan Medina, what he's observed being involved in the program.
I've noticed that not only are we drawing, but at the time we're coming together, we're talking, we're maybe, switching phone numbers and meeting new people. So it's been very helpful.
You have a lot of love and support out here today.
Yes, and I'm so appreciative.
A program and award ceremony took place during the art show where participating artists and those that lent their time with the program were recognized. Emotional testimonies were given by participants who were grateful for the art therapy sessions.
I come to the program, I'll be the objective tour. If it weren't for Judge Groves, Brian, Miss Marshall, Ronnie, all of them, I wouldn't be able to come back and say how the art therapy helped me. The art therapy helped me. It's still having me to progress and move forward and to becoming a better person.
Chief Executive Officer for the Adams Board, Scott Ozicki, explains the misconceptions that surround mental health.
First of all, we want people to know that it is an illness. It's an illness of the brain. So just like you have an illness anywhere else in your body, you need to deal with it of your brain. We also want people to let people know that people with mental illness are most likely to be the victim of a crime than the perpetrator of the crime. A lot of times we hear things that people with mental illness are dangerous, but the facts are really showing the opposite.
He says their partnerships with the courts are incredibly important.
It's really vital, right? Because people, if they get into trouble with the law, right, a lot of times it's for nothing serious. So it's really great that they have the opportunity to go to mental health court and work through their legal issues as well as their personal issues.
For more information on this program, visit clevelandmunicipalcourt.org. Cleveland City Planning Department hosted a 2020 Census Women's Health Fair at Damascus Road Ministries to bring awareness to women in the community about ways they can improve their well-being and why it's vital to be involved in the 2020 census. Pamela Stevenson, the 2020 Census Project Coordinator for the City of Cleveland, spoke to us about why bringing the health fair to the community is important, as well as educating attendees on the importance on being counted in the next census.
Well, we brought the Women's Health Fair over to this community because this is one of our hard-to-reach communities. So the census felt that it was very important to get over here in this neighborhood and to let the mothers know that we're here for them, and also to let them know the importance of the census. It's important because the one thing that I tell people is, I'll take a mother with child care and I'll let her know, listen, child care is funded by the government. And if you're not counted, it tells us that, hey, you're not there. Your child is not there. And that way, we won't get the money we need to fund that program for you.
For more information on the 2020 census and upcoming events, call Pamela Stevenson at 216-664-3819. The Gardening for Greenbacks program began in 2008 to assist entrepreneurs that seek to do urban farming as a for-profit venture. Ward 5 Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland, a big supporter of the program, joined Kevin Schmatzer, Executive for Small Business Development for the City of Cleveland's Economic Development, at Riddall Green Partnership, a local farm on Cleveland's east side that recently hosted an event celebrating the additional funding the program is receiving. He tells us more about the program.
The Gardening for Greenbacks program was created in 2009. It's a funding program that provides grants up to $5,000 for urban entrepreneurs who want to open up and run an urban farm in the city of Cleveland. We've got a good amount of available land for them to do that, but if they're passionate about that, they complete a course through the OSU Extension. They can apply to the city to get a grant, and we can help provide them the equipment and farming equipment and needs that they have to operate an urban farm. We are here to celebrate a milestone that we've got additional funding for the program. CoBank, Farm Credit Mid-America, and Mayor Jackson and Cleveland City Council passed legislation authorizing us to accept grants totaling up to $50,000, and the City of Cleveland put in $25,000 to replenish the funding under this program so we could provide more small micro grants for urban farmers over the next probably 3 to 4 years.
Ridall Green Partnership co-founder Kima Durden III welcomed guests to his farm and explained what he hopes people take away from the company.
At Ridall, we do several things. We do training in agriculture as our big heavy hitter. We let folks know how to grow food. You know, we remind both students and adults that food does not come from the grocery store, right? It actually comes from a farm. And we've been able to bring that into this area and really bring back a neighborhood that was once called the Forgotten Triangle.
Logan Coy from the Green Harmony Farm in Ohio City tells us how the program has helped him.
It's been great. So as a young aspiring farmer, we can't really afford the tools and the equipment we need to be successful. This program has really helped, given us those funds, given us this motivation. We have other urban farms around the area giving us inspiration. So with working full-time on top of the urban farm, we've been able to acquire some high-tech equipment to help with our planting times, our harvest times. And going into the future, we want to grow, we want to expand, have more community outreach. So this program is crucial to us.
For more information on the Gardening for Greenbacks program, visit rethinkcleveland.org or call 216-664-3720. A new way to shop local has come to the Kinsman area. Here's TV20 reporter Dan Monroe with more about BoxSpot.
It may look weird to you, but those are cargo containers stacked upon each other. This is the BoxSpot, and each one has a local merchant in it looking to sell their wares to you. Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson attended the ribbon cutting and congratulated the team responsible for the opening of the innovating new way to shop.
Provides us with an opportunity to provide entrepreneurship in an area that sorely needs entrepreneurship, and to show that there is an investment that can occur in this part of the ward and city that can be profitable and serve the people.
One person who worked very hard for this to happen was Ward 5 Councilwoman Phyllis Cleveland. Councilwoman Cleveland was very excited to finally welcome people to the BoxSpot.
It's just so gratifying to finally get to that point, where we can cut the ribbon and say, welcome everybody, come in and enjoy the BoxSpot, come in and patronize the businesses, and just look and see what we can do when we collaborate in this community. Oh, it was real.
So who was running the stores at the BoxSpot? Well, they could be your neighbor.
These are people who had, their own small businesses, but they didn't have space where they could, retail space or other space where they could really do what they wanted to do or to expand. And so, this is helping them greatly, giving them an opportunity for affordable rent in a good location with a great modern space with amenities that they need to serve their customers.
One person who's really excited for this new shopping opportunity is Ms. Taya Hurd.
This is fantabulous. Look at it. Look at all these people. Look at this excitement. Look at this enthusiasm. I mean, when you drive down Kinsman and you see the structure, you can't help but stop and look and say, I wonder what's there. This is what we were talking about when we were talking about the redevelopment of this area.
At the Box Spot for TV20, I'm Dan Monroe.
Thanks, Dan. Well, don't change that channel. We're going to be right back with more TV20 News. Welcome back to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Longbreak. One of Cleveland's most iconic murals has recently been restored. We see it every day driving on the shoreway, the giant Song of Wales mural. Dedicated in 1997, its message was to remind us of the need to take care of our beautiful lakes, rivers, and oceans. Over time, however, it has become faded. Mural artist Weiland has returned to the scene of his masterpiece to restore it to its original look.
I'm glad I had the opportunity to come back and completely restore this mural. You know, this mural was sacred. It's one of 101, and it really carried the message of the connection between the river, the Cuyahoga, Lake Erie right here, and the ocean. So I know people looked at me curious, like, why are you painting whales in Cleveland? Well, I really wanted people to ask those kind of questions because to protect the health of the ocean, you know, the heart of the planet.
Weiland didn't do the renovation by himself. He had help from local student artists. Colin Williams Freeman recognized this moment as a big opportunity for himself.
Art means everything to me. It's how I express myself, it's how I communicate with people. It's really how I really develop myself intellectually and really just start to understand the world around me. Working on this project was such a big opportunity for me because I got to meet with other individuals that are also interested in my field, and I really got to learn from people that are miles ahead of me.
Cleveland's Commissioner of Water, Alex Markevich, is thrilled to see the faded mural get reinvigorated, and with it, the message about how we treat Lake Erie.
And I think it's significant this rededication is happening 50 years to the date of the anniversary of the burning of the Cuyahoga River. We spent so much effort this year commemorating the great progress that we've made in cleaning up the river, cleaning up the lakes. We need to continue doing more of that. We need to continue to make improvements. There's other challenges facing us going forward, and we want to make sure that we attack those with the same vigor that we've done in the last 50 years.
It was a perfect sunny day for the 6th annual Cleveland Solar Power Sprint.
The Solar Sprint is a race that we adopted 6 years ago as an opportunity to introduce Cleveland students to science, technology, engineering, and math in a fun way. I think that it's important that we do things like this because it allows Cleveland Public Power to be a good steward in the community and to engage with students and showing them the importance of renewable energy, showing them what they can do, and showing them that it can be fun. So what we do is we provide them with a model car with the basic components, and then they have to engineer the actual vehicle that will race down East 13th Street. I want to make sure that as many of our children as possible understand that they can do it too.
Coinciding with the Solar Sprint was Cleveland Public Power's 13th annual open house, a chance for residents, young and old, to get a look behind the curtain at how power is brought to Cleveland. To sign up for next year's Solar Sprint, you can visit cpp.org. The City of Cleveland kicked off Italian American Heritage Month in the City Hall Rotunda. Here's TV20 reporter Dan Monroe with more.
Sogniamoci a corte, son pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò, sì.
After a rousing rendition of the Italian national anthem, Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson welcomed the crowd to the celebration.
I really want to say up front how proud I am of the Italian American community and what the contribution you've made to Cleveland to make Cleveland what it is today. So welcome and thank you very much.
Basil Russo, National President of the Italian Sons and Daughters of America, spoke on the importance of Italian Heritage Month.
This is our month to celebrate the values, the traditions, and the heritage that we all hold so dear. It's a time to pay honor and respect to the memories and accomplishments of our parents and our grandparents who sacrificed so much to provide each of us with a better life.
Several honorees were recognized for their service and dedication to the Italian community. Among them were Cleveland employee Carmen Messina and Mayor Frank Jackson for his work in public service. The Lifetime Achievement Award was presented posthumously to Rocco Scotti. Every Clevelander knows him for his amazing renditions of the Star-Spangled Banner. His family graciously accepted the award. The 2019 Cleveland Italian Heritage Program had its share of laughter, tears, stories, and family. It was a perfect way to celebrate our Italian neighbors and their heritage. At the Rotunda of Cleveland City Hall, for TV20, I'm Dan Monroe.
Local senior citizens had a chance to celebrate their Hispanic heritage recently at a really fun event. The hall at Sagrada Familia Catholic Church on Detroit Avenue was filled with people looking to dance, play a friendly game of dominoes, and enjoy some great food at this year's Hispanic Senior Day celebration, hosted by the Cleveland Community Relations Board.
This Hispanic Heritage Month has been great, but this particular day is really an awesome day because you get to learn from the seniors in our community, and they give you valuable history lessons about what has gone on in this community for a long time. And so this has just been an outstanding day, and I think that this is only going to get better.
Ward 14 Councilwoman Jasmine Santana attended the event. She said that it's important for the young people to listen to and learn from our elders.
Because the seniors have all the wisdom, right, about the Hispanic culture and the heritage. And it's important for our youth to know that history so that they know how resilient our Latino community is.
Those who attended the celebration had a chance to meet with a variety of vendors, each offering different resources that the seniors could make use of.
The information that we have to put in their hands and make sure that they're safe and warm during the winter months and that they are connected to the city. I think the mayor has given us a great platform to really do some great things in our community with our seniors. So just an outstanding day.
There's nothing more important to us than making sure that they age healthy in place and that they're safe, right? And another thing with all the nonprofits around here in the room, that they understand that there are resources available to them to repair their homes and, so forth. So I love this event. It's probably one of my favorite events.
While the Senior Day celebration was fun, the Hispanic Heritage Month came to a close at the City Hall Rotunda at their annual event.
This has been a great month, and because of you, we can celebrate the closing of this month with pride to say that we came together as a people and had a great time in celebrating, but not just celebrating, acknowledging those who have accomplished great things here in the city of Cleveland.
The keynote address was delivered by the Reverend Dr. Felix Munez. Dr. Munez spoke about the growth of the Hispanic community in America today.
I'm a firm believer that we really could model diversity and unity because we were called to live in diversity. We are a very particular people with an array of languages, with different belief systems, with diverse social, economic, and educational status that make us one particular people.
At the end of the ceremony, 3 community leaders, Rosa Cruz, Ricardo Leon, and Emmanuel Velez, were recognized for their hard work and dedication to the Hispanic community. There are some spooky things going on in Ward 16. We sent TV20 reporter Dan Monroe, who's also an amateur Ghostbuster, to find out more at this year's annual Haunted Hollow event.
Ghastly clowns, zombies, hundreds of monsters, and Thanos himself invaded Jefferson Park in the west side of Cleveland, all hungry for one thing. No, not brains, but candy. But what exactly is going on here? To find out, I spoke with Ward 16 councilman and part-time ghost whisperer Brian Casey.
Yeah, we get roughly between 5,000 and 7,000 kids come out for the event. It's a great family-oriented, fun event. Kids get the opportunity to go trick-or-treating. It's a safe way to go trick-or-treating. We have hay rides that'll be going on. We have a haunted maze that's going on, face painting, carving pumpkin contest. We've got everything that you need to do for the Halloween season right here tonight.
So this is the 5th year of Ward 16's Haunted Hollow event. Councilman Casey told me this couldn't have happened without the support of local organizations who showed up to hand out all that candy, candy, candy.
We have over 50 vendors here, and they're all businesses in the ward or they're departments in the city of Cleveland. This is a very well-supported event.
And there's a lot of great decorations too, let's be honest.
Everybody tries to outdo each other, but I kind of take it a little personally. I don't want anybody to ever outdo me, but you know, it's good that everybody gets as involved and into it as they do.
All those little ghouls and goblins had a great time showing off their costumes and enjoying the various activities, all while filling their sacks full of delicious candy. I spoke with Jesse, Michael, and Vincent, who are having a fun time at the event.
How much candy are you guys looking to eat this year?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000?
A million.
But the question is, are you guys having fun?
Yes. Yes.
All right, give me a big scream, Happy Halloween on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Happy Halloween!
At the Haunted Hollow celebration in Ward 16, for TV20, I'm Dan Monroe.
Thanks, Dan. Well, that's all for your TV20 news. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Longbreak. Up next, we'll have Christian Patterson with the Inside Sports Report.